Hello guys and welcome back to the Way of Saints. So Nino, what saint are we doing today?
So today we're going to be talking about Saint Germain Cousin, and she is the patron saint of all unattractive and all abandoned people. When Saint Germain Cousin was born, she was very weak and her right hand was deformed. Along with that, when she was an infant, her mother had passed away, and her father, Laurent Cousin, seeing that, had decided to get married to a woman called Hortense, who was very cruel towards Germain. Later on in Germain's life, her stepmother would always abuse her, and the love...
Didn't her father stop her stepmother?
No, that's the thing. He didn't stop her. He just pretended to not notice. And there was this time when Germain was stuck in a drain for 3 days.
For 3 days?
Yes, for 3 days, while her stepmother was looking after the chickens. And if you think that's worse, Hortense, her stepmother, had poured boiling hot water all over her legs. And still, her dad didn't bother to intervene or to stop her. As a result of this, Germaine became even more ill, and she had ended up getting a disease called Scrofula, which is where your neck glands swell up, and it's a type of tuberculosis. And obviously,
doesn't it mean like your sores come up all over your neck?
Yeah. So obviously, when her stepmother saw this, obviously you'd probably think her stepmother would feel pity for her, but no, she didn't. Instead, she kicked her out of the house and made her sleep in the barn because she was scared that her own children would catch it. So, when she was in the barn, obviously she had no education, and she was given the sheep to look after. And while she was looking after the sheep, she found a friend in God and put her uttermost trust in God. One day...
So wait, isn't this the miracle part?
Yeah, this is the miracle part. Because every day, Germaine would leave her sheep in God's care and go and attend Holy Mass. So Nevin, do you know what the miracle is?
Did the river just like parted open like the Red Sea?
Yeah. It had parted open when it was flooding, and a villager had seen this, and the whole village had come to recognize Saint Germain's holiness. When her stepmother heard about this, she wasn't really pleased, and she wanted to get Germain in as much trouble as possible.
Isn't this where the miracle happens?
Yes, it is.
So
do you know it?
Kinda.
Okay, go ahead and say what you know.
So, her stepmother kicked the beggar out.
Yep.
But the beggar was hungry, so Germaine decided to go into the kitchen and get some bread for the beggar. So when she went out, her stepmother caught her and started chasing her. And then when she caught her with her, she started beating it. And when she opened up the apron, it was full of flowers.
Yes, and all the villagers were really surprised because it was during the time of winter and everyone was confused where these flowers had came from. So Saint Germain had taken the flowers and given it to her mother and said that they're a sign of forgiveness from God. Her stepmother, seeing this, had started to soften her feelings towards Germain, and she had then told Germain to come back into the house. But Germain had said no because she was used to her straw bed. And one day she was found dead on June the 15th, 1601. And 40 years later, when they'd opened her grave again, her body was still how it was 40 years ago. And on the 29th of June, 1867, Pope Pius IX had canonized her and made her saint.